Yo, what's up, guys? I know I sound like ish. It's my first video today, but it's a big day. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater is here. This series appears courtesy because of the grind, my grind, okay? Sometimes creators can't admit to their grind, but my grind, not giving up, even though the views, as you know, has been hella low. I did not get a code for this. This is from the grind. It's from the support of the A-listers. It's from the support of the other developers and publishers that give me code every day that allow me to put content. No, Konami did not give me a code, but you know who did? People like EA, people like Koei Tecmo, people like NIS America, Spike Chunsoft, those guys. And I will still Microwaves, who I got a game coming out today that I'm gonna be playing. Guys like that continue to support the channel. So what we're gonna do is, I know you don't want me to talk too much, but I wanted to say that before we begin this series, because this series appears because of no one except the supporters. So we got the legendary Snake here. I never did finish Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, the third game. Let's go ahead and get into the launch trailer, and then we're gonna play the game. Let's do this. Yeah.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. She'd double-cross us like this.
We will use the legacy to heal that rift and make the world whole again. To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable trump card with enough power to bring order to the world.
Do you love her?
No, nothing like that.
Do you hate her?
For 10 years, we lived and died together. You couldn't possibly understand.
And you think you can kill her now?
Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas.
We can't leave yet. I've still got one last job to do.
She's at the lake. She's waiting for you there.
We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy.
What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. I've been waiting, Snake. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I haven't beat it, but I know this game gets very creepy and freaky, but in a good way. So, yeah. I bought the Deluxe Edition, the special Deluxe Digital Edition. What is it called? What is it called? Special Edition. The Digital Deluxe Edition, it comes with the sneaking DLC pass, the 48 hours early access, and Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. So I wanted to jump in. It's already crazy, man. Let's go ahead and start this game. It's already crazy because people that got the game last week, they already beat the game. Most people say the game is like 8 to 10 hours if you really know what you're doing. I don't mind that personally. Like I've been telling you guys, I don't want games to be long. And what you also need to know is that today, and I may post this, when I post this video, you may have already seen me say this, but I'm going to be trying new things. I'm a big fan of the old way of YouTube and gaming videos. I'm a big fan. I feel like gaming hasn't been the same since the days that, you know, some of the early gaming guys were doing things, you know what I'm saying? So this right here is what got everybody tripping. But performance usually in 60 FPS, but they say it's native 1080p, resolution dynamic 4K. So it's like 1080p, but they boosting it to a dynamic 4K. This is 1440 boosted to a dynamic 4K, and some people say not true. But to be honest, you don't know how many other people have actually done that, and there's been a lot. Actually, I'm not saying it's right, but I don't know. I don't know why they doing that. Developer. So with my cache card, high dynamic range is not on. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really been playing in HDR, and I'm gonna tell you why. Some games do not play well in HDR, especially on certain TVs. They do not play well, and sometimes the best thing to do, honestly, is to take HDR off. But that is not why I'm doing it today. It's just the way my capture card is. It doesn't really do HDR. It does the 4K, whatever, but it doesn't really do HDR. So adjusting by aligning the markings to the corners of your display. Mine is already on. Wait a minute. Mine is already in as much as it can go. All right, let's go. So what does that mean when I bring up how I'm going to do the content? Is because, like I said, some people already done beat the game, etc., etc. So I got to make sure that I bring something to the table that's a little original, that's a little bit more entertaining with the game. And to be honest, the only thing you can do is try to have some original commentary. I don't always feel like commentating, but lately I've been doing pretty good with it. So let me knock on wood. I'm literally knocking on wood. That's my desk that's made of wood. Okay, so let's begin. I got the new items obtained, the pre-order bonus, the white tuxedo. I wonder if I have any bonuses. Like, does it do anything? Available after retrieving my backpack. I got the glasses face paint. Available after retrieving my backpack. The sunglasses face paint. Available after retrieving my backpack. The battle dress. Obtain the battle dress, because I've added, after the backpack. The sneaking suit. After the backpack. Naked woodland. Okay. Added the naked ammunition belt. Okay. Gold camos. What? Crocodile suit. The keratone mask. The Geico mask. The GOK actually. The one I like right now. I'm playing, man, and shout out to Xander Status. He's one of the bigger, to me, one of the best old school creators. But sometimes, he already done got the code. He already uploading a bunch of stuff already. So what I'm gonna be doing is trying to keep #1 the video short, sweet as possible, which is hard to do the way games are made in today's world. But that's what we're trying to do. All right, I'm not gonna be playing on the roughest difficulty. I may do Snake versus Monkey in other videos, but right now, let's go ahead and do this. Like I said, I sound like crap because I just got up. I'm not playing MGS series for the first time. This just says I like Metal Gear Solid 1, I like Metal Gear Solid 3, I like Metal Gear Solid 4. I like Metal Gear Solid 5. So this is what they did. You get different uniforms. Oh man, they give you different uniforms by playing the game. So they expect you to play the game. There'd probably be a DLC pack. They expect you to play the game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So there's something for anybody that even plays on the first difficulty. Uniform money if you want. I'm gonna actually try it out on Metal Gear Solid 1, and then later on, because I'm gonna be honest, man, my skills ain't like what they used to be. So really movable third-person camera, move fire weapons simultaneous with the over shoulder button. I'm going to play like new style. Then you can have legacy, uses overhead cam, and aiming is done in first-person view. I'm doing the new style, baby. That's what it's about, right? I'm gonna play the new style. And then here they got easy, normal. I'm just gonna do easy. I think easy would be enough. If it gets harder, I go down. So like you have a question, then you have other things. interesting. So I want to view all the tips. Like I said, to be honest with you guys, I am a big Metal Gear Solid fan, but the only Metal Gear that I have completed is Guns of the Patriots, right? That's crazy. In fact, what got me popular on Twitch was a voucher for the PS3 and Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriots. Playing that game. I'm on wrestling. If there was one game outside, that would be that and Killzone. I think Killzone 2. But anyway, let's start the game. Our first trophy, man. Already 10 minutes of video. So we're gonna stop after the intro.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay, all green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle. Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be... I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission.
Okay, I want to stop it right there. I'm going to say one thing, and then we're going to be out. I love that they did this menu in a classic, the classic transmission, the classic radio form. But they changed it up a little bit, but they kept it like the classic pretty much. So with that being said, once again, I may sound like crap in these next couple videos, and they may be short at times, and there's reason for it. I'm trying to get in the algorithm basically, because other people have already had this game for weeks and they're dominating the algorithm already. So with that being said, I hate to spam you, but I had no choice. Okay. Several things going up on the channel today, several new games. It's a good time for game. I'll see you guys next show, next video. I'm out of here. Peace.